don't know that much about hockey. And here he is, all of a sudden, a big-time Ranger fan. But you know something? A lot of people that live in the tri-state area, all of a sudden now, are Ranger fans.
27 rings.
Stop living in
You haven't been alive for most of
27
them.
rings, more
Stop
than any other
living
team
in the past.
Brandon, how many have you been alive
One
for?
of the last 20 years. Stop living in the past.
Brandon, how many have you been alive for?
We-
4?
You know, sports is
Stop
about
living
looking at
in
rings.
the past. Brandon.
I was watching
Mark
them.
Merrill came on.
Yeah.
Came on.
Yeah.
See, look, we've been doing a lot of great work. You know, this is work that a lot of people say.
I love that. A great inspirational quote by Doug Saraba. And it is.
Kyle's not allowed to leave his house.
I am not allowed to leave.
Welcome back.
He's got his boy back, Randolph Cobb.
Matt from Jupiter on the line. Matt.
But, you know, other teams beat them. They're going to lose. And
50, but it was 22.75.
Yeah, my
Hey, good night, folks.
Good night, Peter.
Context. I don't know why we do it with
I
politics,
think
but
they could be a team on the rise within the next 2 to 3 years.
No, I didn't like.
Bad dream.
Yeah, this is reality.
This is reality.
George Springer.
We saw this. We went to a party and we saw this at somebody's house.
All right, we are live on another episode of the Doug Saraba Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We have Kyle Esposito back on, and his boy. Well, I'm the host of the show, Malibu Doug.
Yeah, that's your new nickname going around work. And
Yeah, it
I
is.
love every minute of that because at least I have other people that are on my side. See, they call you that for a reason. They believe me, Doug.
I don't think they meant it like that. That they agree with you, but
Well, I'm gonna take it as a win because
it
everyone
as a
knows. If you watched the last time that I was on the show,
Or listened
I
to it.
heavily explained your problem. Too many Malibus.
I didn't have that much.
Eh.
Why do you react like that?
Because I just know that I'm dying on this hill without you finally recognizing that you're in the wrong and I'm in the right. But it's okay. It's okay. If you want to move past this with you on top, I couldn't care less. So I'm just... We'll just
leave it like
We'll
that.
just leave it alone because I'm obviously not winning. So...
First, we just want to apologize for our viewers or our listeners if you hear the lawnmower in the background. My mom decided to mow the lawn while we're producing a show.
Hard-working lady.
Hey, hard work, but sure, we don't want that background noise.
Well, yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You gotta mow the lawn. You don't
Yeah.
want it looking like a zoo exhibit. You know.
Zoo exhibit. That's
You know,
what
I walked. I moved recently, and I recently drove past my old house just to see, who lives there, just to see what's up. They have not mowed the lawn once. It looks like a jungle. How? And I'm sure my neighbors are pissed. So good for
I
your
would
mom
be.
for taking care of the landscape, Mr. Ravo, number one.
Number one. So let's get started with Vegas. How was it? Well, I know whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but how was the trip with your mother?
I wish I was still there. The weather was unbelievable. It was 93, 94, 95, 95, 102 at one point, 106 at one point, but you never really felt like the heat. Like you never really sweat because of how they explained it to me. You know, I've always heard, oh, it's a dry heat. But I guess the sweat absorbs your skin because of the dry weather, so you don't sweat as much. I'm pretty sure. But other than the weather, I saw an Eagles concert my first night. That was pretty amazing. My mom, who, she doesn't really go out much. And this was my first time ever going to a concert with her. And it's a band she likes. So this was very new to me. And she was crying, she was clapping, she got it. She was doing a standing ovation for
Did she
one
have
of the
any
songs.
Malibus?
No, no, we had a
Wait,
Pepsi.
Kyle, hold on. Could you go over there by my my flag? What's that mini bottle over there? I just want to see what it is. Over there.
I know what it is. I
Wait.
see it.
Let's do it. Let me see what that is.
1 second, folks. I'm gonna shove it right in that camera's face, and I'm gonna show them you have a problem. Rum chata.
All right, that's not mine then.
What is a bottle of rum chata?
No, I think that was Dean's. That's not mine. All right.
So Dean's just randomly putting rum chata in your room. Okay.
No, he probably forgot to
I've heard
throw it
that
out.
one before.
He probably forgot to throw it out. I don't drink that, Kyle.
Yeah, okay. Just like you didn't drink like 16 Mountain.
It wasn't 16.
I mean, like 6.
It wasn't 16. It wasn't
I said we're
16.
moving on.
It wasn't 16.
I might be over exaggerating.
You are over exaggerating it.
Okay. 10 less, maybe.
It was 3.
Again, we're going to move on from this. We're going to talk about my wonderful time in Vegas.
I want to hear about
because,
Vegas.
like
but
I said, I am not winning this battle.
No, we are talking about Vegas, but I just happened to look across by my flag and I saw a bottle, so I wasn't sure what it was.
Yes, it was white, like a Malibu bottle.
Malibu.
Anyway, so we saw the Eagles. My mom had a wonderful time. I had a great time. Tired as hell because when the concert ended, I've been up for 24 hours.
Jet lag.
Jet lag. I actually never really get affected by jet lag all that much, even when I came back. But yeah, that was the first night. Then I had a wrestling event the second night.
You got to eat the mic. So I could hear you better.
I'm sorry, sir.
There you go. There you go.
I am not a professional podcaster like you. I went and saw a wrestling event called AEW Double or Nothing. Yeah, it was just a wrestling event. It was pretty cool.
Same one that we went to, or a different kind?
No, this one is on TV. The other one is like just on the computer, like on an app.
Yeah.
Like, an internet pay-per-view, as the kids call it. Then we went and saw the Grand Canyon. That was pretty cool. We went and saw the Hoover Dam. Pretty cool.
I saw a photo of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, on that Tuesday, because I got there Saturday, and we had been there 4 days at this point, so yeah, Tuesday. We went hotel bar hopping, so we just drank at every hotel on the Strip, and then that was pretty cool, and then we found where Hell's Kitchen is.
That's a replica. The show is a studio.
Right. So, I mean, I didn't watch Hell's. My mom watched Hell's Kitchen.
That's a good show.
The first season to, I don't even know if they're still doing it anymore.
Yeah, they are. They're on 18.
Okay, then
Or 19.
she doesn't watch it anymore. I forgot when she stopped. I think she stopped when I was like 14.
Oh, so that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but we didn't eat at Hell's Kitchen. So it turns out, and
You want to know why?
why?
I had a conversation with her at work.
Why, the prices were outrageous?
No, because you wouldn't eat what they have.
Oh, yeah, they probably had like veal chops and goat burgers.
She really wanted
or
the
a
beef
salad.
She really wanted the beef Wellington.
Oh, yeah, she was telling me that in one of our taxi rides. Yeah, I want a beef Wellington. Well, we didn't go to Hell's Kitchen. We had, there's this place in the Planet Hollywood
Just like when we went
hotel.
to the High Rollers Club. There's Kyle. 2 slices of pizza.
Bro, it's, I'm a poor excuse. Well, if okay.
What
so,
if you had to take a girl out? Where would you take her? Realistically, let's say she wanted a nice meal.
It depends on the girl, though. If you're like, I don't know. I like, well, Bubba's is a good, like, second date, but, like, for a first date.
First date, you got to impress her.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. That's a good one. I really don't know. Where would you?
Where would I take her?
Yeah. Just so it can give me time to think.
If I had to take a girl out to a first date, it'd probably be like a nice restaurant.
Oh, I got an idea. I got one.
What?
Have you ever been to a restaurant in Point Pleasant called the Shrimp Box?
I've heard of it.
It is
Yeah, that's what I would do.
top
Like,
notch.
now's the time to go down to the shore, enjoy the nice weather, the beach. You know, that's the spot.
It's a really good spot. I was there with my friends like a couple weeks ago, and of course it's a fish place, and I ordered a cheeseburger.
Typical.
And I got myself a strawberry margarita, so you know I was feeling something that day.
Did you get a Malibu?
I did not get a Malibu, no, nor did any of my friends get a Malibu.
Malibu.
There he goes again.
What?
I'm like I said, I am not doing this. I'm not doing this Malibu shit. Oh, I curse.
We're talking about drinks. Going down to the shore.
Yeah, but you're trying to tempt me with this Malibu crap, and I ain't having it.
I'm not tempting anybody. I'm just saying Malibu.
Everyone at home, even that guy on the toilet right now, knows what you're trying to do.
He's probably watching the show on like his tablet or his phone on YouTube. Kyle. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Strava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We have much more to get to, and then we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we have much more to get to. Here is a quick commercial break. The Doug Strava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. Kyle, you're hilarious. We'll be right back.
I try my best.
All right. We are back on the Doug Serravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. If you're just joining us, Kyle is discussing his trip to Vegas. Malibu's we're talking about, his favorite drink, my favorite drink, places to take a girl. Kyle has yet to answer the question. So...
I did. I said the shrimp box.
Oh, all right. I thought that was a suggestion.
No, the shrimp box is a very wonderful place for food. If you want to take your girl out to a nice little dinner well, yeah, it's more like a dinner place, but
yeah,
or even a nighttime place they got an outside bar. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the weather's nice. We have a nice glare on the camera from the sun.
You know what? It's okay. We're doing it live. Live.
It's like a summer vibe show.
You know, only top-notch quality around these parts.
Yeah. So we got much more to get to, Kyle.
Like Area 51.
Yeah, how was that? I saw you weren't allowed to take photos or something. Is that like a real place, or is it like just like...
It's a real place. Dude, it's... So, I stayed at the MGM Grand, and it's about 2 hours outside of the city.
Yeah.
In a desert. No cell phone reception. And we get to this town called Rachel, Nevada. And it's like a town of only maybe 4 barns. And all their food is homemade. And they have a restaurant there called the Ailey Inn. You know, haha, play on words, haha.
Oh, I get it, Ailey Inn.
And, of course, I got a cheeseburger because I had to try this homemade cheeseburger. It's killed from a cow right down the street.
Kyle and his burgers.
I love my burgers. If, you know me, anywhere I go, I get a cheeseburger. That's because I loved it. I don't know why. I can't explain to you why. I literally cannot give you an answer even if I tried on why I like cheeseburgers so much. They just taste so damn good to me that I just want to have it all the time. And my cholesterol is probably about to jump off the ledge.
Yeah, but there's more than burgers out there.
Well, I understand that, and if I go out to let's say, I can't even say Vegas because all I ate was cheeseburgers and chicken fingers and whatnot pizza. Good example. If I go over my best friend's house, she is Italian, and heavy Italian, where they cook homemade meals, and by God, it is some of the best food I have ever had. the last time I was at an Italian gathering for my family, it was for someone that passed away, and you could even get me to touch that food when I was a kid. But now that I'm older and, you know...
Well, like penne vodka.
Well, yeah, I never really had penne vodka. I just had penne plain, nothing on it. But now I love the spaghetti meatballs at work. This is the first year I've ever tried meatballs at my own job that I've been working at for 5 years, and it tastes so good. Now I understand why everyone gets it. It's just so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just veered off heavily off of Area 51. I don't know how pasta came from Area 51. But yeah, Area 51, there's 2 different gates they brought us. They brought us to, I think, the West Gate, and it's this, like, big gate, and there's, like, got barbed wire perimeters, and a camera on the inside, and the camera on the, farther, right, inner towards the, like, the back end of the gate.
Yeah.
And they were following us. They were just watching us, what we're doing. And I, at one point, went off on my own while my tour guide and everyone that was with us were taking pictures. I walked on my own to take a solo picture with myself behind barbed wire, and the outer camera was looking straight dead at me, and I felt so strange because I know someone moved that camera and I know someone's watching.
Oh, I bet.
So
before we finish up with your story, can you tell me about your bull riding experience?
Oh my God, I'm so glad my mom talked me into doing this.
Oh, it was her idea?
It was her idea. She was like, you should ride the bull. And at this point, I was 2 Stellas in. And I was like, yeah, sure, all right. And I was a little high off herbs. And I was so down to do it. And all I had to do was give them $10 and sign a what's it called? A waiver. And I did better than I thought I was going to do. I was on there for like a solid 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Up until that point, you had 3 women that couldn't even walk out of a bar drunk. That's how bad they did. But everyone was giving me claps and high fives, and I tried to show off a little bit. I did like a nip up, which is like getting to your feet from the ground. And my hat went flying into someone's beer. I felt sorry about that. And this was at a place called Gillies. If anyone plans on going to Vegas in the future, it's called Gillies. Very nice place. They teach line dancing every day. So if you're into line dancing, that's a place for you. Billy Ray Cyrus would be proud. But yeah, we saw Area 51. Saw Chris Angel,
Yeah,
who
I
I've been.
see it on Instagram now. Yeah, the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Strip exploring. The AEW. The AEW. The Eagles.
Vegas is a wonderful time.
You see T-Mobile Arena for the hockey Vegas Golden Knights?
Yeah, that's where the AEW event was. It's a pretty big place.
I want to go there for a double game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, you know what? Actually, it might look a little shittier than the Prudential Center.
Yeah?
On the inside, it does, yeah.
Why is that?
It just... Have you ever played MLB 2K7?
Yeah. I play almost every game.
Okay. So, do you remember how the graphics looked in that game? And you remember how the stadiums looked like in that game?
Yeah.
It looks like that on the inside. It looks like so very, very concrete. Very concrete. There's no color to it whatsoever. It looked like, I dare say, it might be the worst looking arena I've been in. I've been in a lot of arenas. The best one I've ever been at was where the Islanders play.
Oh, UBS?
I've been there for
Nice.
a wrestling event, and that place is pretty. It has they're building. When I was there, they were still building their parking garage, and their parking lot. It was like a dirt parking lot where I parked at for this wrestling event. And when I walk up and I see this arena, it's so pretty, and it's so pretty on the inside. It's so well staffed, unlike Prudential Center, where you'll be lucky to find someone
I know.
working
Half
a
the stuff was
freaking
closed
concession
last
stand.
year.
But I digress. Yeah. But anyway, where the hell was I?
T-Mobile Arena.
Yes, I was at
That's what we were talking about.
Arena. I saw where the Raiders play. I didn't go in though, but that stadium, even though it's all black, it looks very pretty. It was nice to drive by.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or nice to look at while I drove by.
I bet. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Strabo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. Kyle, much more to get to.
Yes.
Much more to get to.
Yes,
hopefully,
we do.
Hopefully, in the future, we take a trip to Atlantic City again, have some great times, memories.
Hopefully sometime soon. Let's go to a club this time.
Yeah.
Hear that? Ladies, he's coming for you. I'm unavailable at the moment. Not by choice. I'm not with someone, but it's by. Just go to commercial. Just go to commercial.
I'm confused.
Just go to commercial. Just go to commercial.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Here is my commercial for Dougie's Political Talk, which you could find on YouTube. It's when we talk politics. I've had Louis Fontanez on. I had Dan Francisco on. I had Nicole and Jay come on. Jay might be coming on again. So here's the commercial for Dougie's Political Talk, and that should return within the future. The Doug Strabo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. You are listening to a special episode of Dougie and Espo. We'll be right back. All right, we are back on a very special episode of Dougie and Espo. We got myself on, and we got Espo on. We all know what my nickname is, Malibu. The best is when I'm at work, Kyle, and I'm riding down on my pallet jack, right?
Okay, I'm going to pretend I know what that is, but yes.
It's an electronic pallet jack. It's where all the pallets go on.
Okay.
And I'm driving on, and one of my supervisors just yell, Malibu!
I love what we started. I let this story be known to the public, and now look, they ate it all up, and now they know.
Malibu! So you are trying to chase your dreams as a wrestler. Tell me how that's going for you.
Yeah, so my 5 foot out of shape ass is trying to get myself to do a childhood dream that I've wanted to do since I was 9 years old when I saw John Cena on my television screen. And I've been watching wrestling on and off for 13 years. And I feel like I'm in a position in life where I want to chase my dreams while I'm still at my age. And,
you mean your prime?
Well, I guess that's what you would call it. I don't know.
That's the word.
I don't know if I'm in my prime yet, but I'm definitely getting there, I guess. But I would like to chase this dream, even though I'm like 5 foot and 100 and some odd pounds. And a lot of people think that, like, oh, this profession is probably not for you. But, like, forever, I just never really gave a crap. Like, I know I'm never going to work a desk job. I'm never going to be, like, a mechanic or a technician or anything.
Thank God.
I feel like I'm the only person in the world that feels like this. Like, I feel like no matter what job you suggest for me, I will never see myself doing it. But when it comes to, like, professional wrestling, I just fell in love with
Hold on.
that.
Go back to what you said. You're the only person?
Well, I'm sure there's other people out there that, like, no matter what job they put, they do in life, that's never what they're going to do or never want to do. What they want to do. They want to do something, that makes them happy.
Do you not know who I am?
Well, you're doing You're doing your thing. You're living your life. You're podcasting. You're getting there. You're moving up.
No, but you made it seem like you were the only one. But
No,
here I am.
No, if you agree with me, then say you agree with me. But all I'm saying is, like, I was never destined for a normal job.
No, neither am I. I'm not sitting at a desk, unless, of course, I'm editing videos.
Well, I think the problem that I guess I'm not registering is I see what you're doing in our day and age as like a normal job, right? It's just a normal job that not a lot of people get to do, and have a large audience, to do so. Just because everybody's doing it, I feel like podcasting within the last 10 years has boomed because it started 10 years ago when, every celebrity was doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And now, just because their favorite celebrity wants to do a podcast, they themselves get inspired to do a podcast. And because of that, and even during the pandemic, I feel like the pandemic caused another boom because even more podcasts.
That's where we restarted the Doug Saravo show.
All right, just because everyone's at home.
We started it doing in the backyard.
Right, I remember that.
We were in the backyard doing it. Now look at us. We have our own studio. We have microphones. We have a legit setup.
Like, I always thought that your room was perfect for like a podcasting setup kind of ordeal. So I'm kind of glad that you're doing this. Like, as soon as I saw like that you were doing a new format and not the other room, or even the kitchen when you did the kitchen.
Well, that's what we had to do at that point in time. I was a dishwasher. I didn't have that much money where I could invest in new equipment. Now we got this mic. We got 2 more mics. Actually, we have 4 mics total. Got a webcam.
Because you invested in yourself.
Yeah, I invested in myself. And we could actually go back to the pandemic and when the restaurants got shut down. Thanks, Murphy. And then we went back to work. And I was dishwashing Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. How many times did I tell you?
And getting verbally abused while doing so.
Yes. And how many times did I tell you, I hate this?
A lot. Every shift, actually. It happens at least once. Every time me and him work. Well, even when you come around, to help out every once in a while, you still say it, and you only work there once in a blue moon. You're like, thank God I don't work this job no more. Like, thanks, Doug. And that makes me feel better about myself about me leaving, which I don't see myself doing.
And now, I'm at a spot where I love waking up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Well, because you're making good money.
Yes, and plus,
And you're obviously doing a good job at it, or else you wouldn't be considered for a higher up position.
I know. I got people come to me like, have this goal, have that dream, have this goal, get comfortable doing more things, apply for this, apply for that. And people that know me, I wanted to say it how I should say it, but you interrupted me, so let's try and retract. People that know me know that I compare everything to sports.
Mm-hmm. I do that too.
So I'm going to look at it this way. Remember how I was the dishwasher?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did I say, I got to get out of here?
All the time.
And to me, it felt like I was with a sports organization that was constantly rebuilding, kind of like the team you and I both support.
The Jets and the Giants.
The Devils.
Oh, I mean, it could work for the Jets too because they've been rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding
and rebuilding and rebuilding
to the point where the foundation just isn't there anymore. But now we're on the right track. We're on the right track.
And now I look at it this way. Remember when I left?
Yes.
No one knew I left.
Nobody.
No one knew that.
Nobody knew at all.
Even though I put in my 2 weeks to
I'm the only one that knew.
And this and that.
And you know me, I won't say anything unless I will not speak unless spoken to.
And it was an emotional day for me too, because I felt like that was my first true job. I felt like I was someone that got drafted by them. People loved me. People bought my jerseys. Not realistically, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I left in free agency.
Right.
Because I didn't like the direction.
Mm.
And now I'm at a place where, back to the sports, I'm with a team that has a chance to compete every single year for a world championship. Because think about it. You don't want to wake up every day knowing you have to wash dishes in the 90-degree weather.
Mm-hmm. No air conditioning.
I wake up every day, 5 o'clock, sometimes 7:30, depending on the day. So excited, so happy to go into work. Everyone gets along. People talk to you. People respect you. People say hello to each other. It's a great environment just to be in. And when you hear people say, good job, keep doing the good work, apply for this if you see an opportunity, apply for that. And I think more and more people have to do that. They have to find something that they love doing. They have to find a passion, because it seems like all the kids who go to college, once they graduate, it seems like they're all like down and depressed trying to figure out life.
Well, I do agree that everyone should find their passion and capitalize on it, so much so that you're making money from what you love. But you got to work hard at it. I feel like you got to work hard, you got to work your ass off. And I know, with the profession that I chose to want to, follow through with, I have to work my ass off. I have to get my body into conditions that it hasn't seen since ever, if I want to be honest with you. I was like chubby in high school. I didn't really work out. I still don't really work out.
How many times do you eat cheeseburgers?
Well, we don't have to talk about that problem, but it's a lot. I mean, within the last 3 days, I probably had like 4 cheeseburgers.
Oh God!
I know there's a problem, people. You don't have to tell me.
Wait, so since I'm Malibu,
no, she's talking. Now he's talking to my mother.
Can we call you Cheeseburger?
You know what's funny? There's a wrestler named Cheeseburger.
So we call you Cheeseburger Junior.
Cheeseburger Junior. That sounds like a kid's meal item.
Yeah, that's true. You go to Wendy's, you get the junior cheeseburger.
True.
But the point I'm trying to make is people are brainwashed into thinking that college is the answer.
It's not.
It's not.
I've manually graduated for 2 years now, and I'm doing fairly well for myself.
There's warehouse jobs. There's, state jobs that you could get into. But there's also following your dream and following your passion. Obviously, you have to have something where you can make money just in case your dream and passion doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone who knows me, Kyle, how bad do I want to be in this business, the entertainment industry?
Well, for as long as I've known you, you've done this.
Yeah,
and
this.
I'm based off of, my past experiences were for wanting to pursue something like this, because I have before. I could never have the patience. I can never have the commitment to do this on a daily basis, weekly basis, however you do it. So that's why I feel like your passion and drive are commendable.
Think about it.
Because you work your ass off.
Yeah. Think about it. This is basically my life. During the winter, what do? Play-by-play for high school hockey games.
Right. You put yourself out there.
Yeah, during the summer, I do podcasts.
You do more than...
I do my show. I do my MCs.
I don't know a lot of people that do what you do, but I feel like nobody can do what you do just because I feel like you do so many things. Like, not even just in sports, like in politics as well. Like, that's what's interesting. You do both.
Yes, I do sports.
You focus
I do
on
politics.
2 different subjects that have very little to do with each other, and you're able to do both.
And that's with a job during the day.
And that's what. And I didn't even put that into consideration. So, might I add, nobody does what you do because nobody can do what you do. So that is my endorsement, I guess.
And no one drinks Malibu.
And no one drinks Malibu like Dougie.
And since you've known me, or even you could say since last year, how high has my self-esteem and self-confidence grown? Like, do you see how I
feel
am
like
now?
this is like the highest I've ever seen you in that regard. Like, since I've met you, it's just gone up. And up, and up, and up, and I've never seen you quit once. Like, I never seen like a point where Dougie was like, I don't have to do a podcast today, or he always makes time for what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He never gives up. He never quits. He never does.
Yeah,
that.
how many times do you see? Once a week, at least, I have a podcast.
Yes, and I've never, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but, with all these things got going on, you never take time off to stop it.
Yeah.
You're always perfecting your craft, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
The podcasting industry, the entertainment industry, this is something I want so
It's the future.
bad. And I ain't going to stop doing this.
It's the future, and you want to be part of that future.
Yes. So even, because where I'm at now with my day job, that could be a career. I'd be happy to do that for a career. And if this is just a hobby, it's just a hobby. But I want this podcast. I want entertainment industry doing play-by-play, hopefully for professional sports more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want this. Like, you see some people that just be like, it's a hobby. I don't have to put that much time into it.
That's how I used to look at it.
But this is life, Kyle. No one does things like me, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
We look at Sarava Broadcasting. We have done a lot of great work. This is a lot of work that people said couldn't have been done before. Think about the production team that James leads. We have the most intelligent people, the most highly respected people, and the best people around Sarava Broadcasting. Think about that for a moment. All the haters back in high school, what's up?
I can throw up a certain finger, but I'm not going to do that. It's
To
a
who?
family show. To the haters.
Oh, to the haters. Okay, I was wondering.
Unless I'm allowed.
No, we don't want. I've already been censored with politics. I don't want to be censored with.
Just pretend it's there. You know who you are.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We're talking Vegas. We're talking Malibus. We're talking AC. We're talking about career goals and dreams. And before we head to a quick commercial break, I just want to say, Kyle, I think this is your 5th episode?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's like your 5th.
I haven't really counted.
Yeah, I think it's 5th. But yeah, and I think it's always good to hear, you're doing a great job, you're doing this and that, because a lot of people, they always believe they're not good enough. They believe that they can't accomplish anything you want. So we have to go out in the world and tell people they're doing a good job, because that's how self-confidence grows. That's how self-esteem grows. Like when I'm at my job and I hear someone tell me, say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. You're a hard worker. Why should I quit?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I quit at something? And you got to put 110% effort in everything you do, whether it's broadcasting, working at a warehouse, serving tables, if you want to say, working as a dishwasher, if you want to say, despite how toxic it can be. You just got to put in that work. Like, imagine being an athlete and the coach tells you, you suck. You struck out, you suck. You're never going to make it to the big leagues. That kid may give up on his dream. That kid may give up on his goal. But you want to know something? A lot of these professional athletes, I'm sure they went in a slump. I'm sure they struck out many times. I mean, look at Aaron Judge. Look at the New York Yankees. How many times do they strike out? I mean, it's hilarious, but how many times do they strike out?
You turned a heartwarming moment into shitting on my team.
Hey, what can I do?
I mean, they do strike out a lot. Between Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton, I have never seen such abuse of air in my life. And
But see, that's my point, though. How many times do these athletes strike out?
a lot.
And they go up the next inning and maybe hit a home run. So if we truly want change, change in this world, Kyle, we have to spread positivity.
Yes, I'm always someone that's positive. I don't like being negative because I feel like being negative is a waste of time. And it's always good to be positive, and I feel like that positivity should, I feel like it should rub off on people. And this world should be happier and not in this current state it's in.
And I can't thank myself more than anything to, make that decision to leave the restaurant industry and to be where I am today. Could you ever imagine me 2 years ago waking up every day at 5 a.m. to work?
No.
Here I am.
Here you are.
And
Just because I feel like Scorantino's was like a dead end for a lot of us.
It felt like a rebuild, honestly. When we went back after the pandemic, it felt like a rebuild. It felt like we were rebuilding. Where are you going to move up to?
Well, I'm a server now. I moved up, I guess.
No, but I'm just saying, how are you going to move up?
You can if you don't move on.
It's not-
Sorry, I was cracking my knuckles.
It's like you're in the minors.
It really, I do get that analogy.
It's like you're in the minors.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree.
And that's when I moved on from there. Yeah, it was bittersweet.
Because you do what not everyone does, and that is actually going through with things sometimes. Like, how many times have people said they were going to do something, but they never wind up doing it?
Yeah, that's true. And I think about that all the time now. I'm just so much happier, like bigger and better than ever before.
And that's good. And you should keep that up because it's doing a lot of good for you.
And for the people around me too.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Charles Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. The Doug Charles Show. Dougie and Espo. Malibu. All right, we are back on the Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. If you're just joining us, Dougie, myself, and Espo, we have been discussing Viva Las Vegas. Some inspirational words from myself and Kyle about self-esteem, self-confidence. Hearing good words from other people, I suggest everyone share it to other people around you. If they're doing a good job at something they're doing, tell them. Because that's all I've heard since I got this new job, and it's changed my life forever, man. It's changed my life forever. So, Kyle, what else is something that I want more than anything? Let's see if you guessed it correctly.
Oh, God. I do not want to have this conversation. Because I know what it is.
What is it? What have I been talking about the last few months?
Man.
When a certain date comes around. I mean, the last few years when a certain date comes around. What have I been talking about? Let's see.
Wanting the winner to come back?
No.
Well, you were talking about that.
You say you know what I'm talking about, so. Let's see.
I intentionally avoided the correct answer. Marriage?
No, not yet.
You got me.
Well, I do have a segment on YouTube called Do 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 do.
Jeopardy?
No. My segment.
What? Stutz betting?
No. Something that you don't like talking about.
Marriage?
No.
What?
Dougie's political talk.
Oh, I was gonna say that. That was the next thing I was gonna say.
Because I've been talking about it the last few years, how I want to run. But,
Dougie's political talk. All right.
But right now ain't the time for me to run. No, what I want more than anything is...
No, of course it's not the right time to run. It's almost 7 o'clock.
No, I'm talking about politics. I thought about running for town council
Oh,
the
yeah, I
last few
remember
years,
that.
but I never went through with it. But what I do want is try to run for president in 2040.
I'm picturing it right now.
Can you picture it? Me in the White House in 2040.
Okay, now here's a question for you, future presidential candidate. Who would you want to look for as a vice?
As a vice president?
Like, what are the qualities of a good vice president?
Who I would choose as a VP?
Yeah.
Or what I want from them?
Okay, your ideal vice president takes care of what responsibilities, has to have these types of qualities.
Trust.
Yeah.
Communication. Honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Leadership.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
Now, are you gonna do all the work, or gonna give Mr. or Mrs. Vice all the work? What kind of jobs do vice presidents do, anyway?
Well, they sit down with the president. They talk to the cabinet. He's like my sidekick.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, I know about politics as much as I know about
it's like me talking
how
to
many
James.
stars are in the sky.
It's like me talking to James when it comes to a podcast because he's the director. I'd be like, James, what do we have to do here? James, what's going on? James, is the intro set up? James, is everything all in the back?
So a Robin to a Batman.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, I always assumed that was it, but I always thought that, vice presidents do more than I actually think they do.
Well, of course, if you're Joe Biden.
No comment.
Because Kamala's doing everything.
Well, he's got skin that looks like a sponge. I'm not political in either way. I hated both candidates.
Why do you hate Trump? Let's hear it.
I don't want to say it. Why is the screen froze? It's giving me anxiety.
No, it's fine. It's recording.
Oh, okay.
Bad Wi-Fi.
All right.
So
just making sure the production's good.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Why do you hate Trump?
I mean, I don't hate Trump. Well, I should preface what I said. I like some things that both men said, and there's some things that both men said that I don't agree with.
Like what? Let's hear it. Dougie's political talk.
I really don't like politics. I just like to stay out of it. If everyone just smoked weed, everyone would be happier. That's what I agree. Get me a president that smokes weed on a daily basis, and this world will turn into a utopia.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear what you disliked about Trump.
Well, I feel like the wall was too far.
I didn't think so. You got to protect your country.
Oh, we aren't China. That's number one. I feel like if we had stricter, I look at politics like an idiot. So these are just the stupid things that I come up with. So no one attack me for my views just because I don't care and I don't give a shit. This is just my dumb ass talking.
All right, let's hear it.
I think Trump didn't have to be. Well, he had to be for. Well, I like what he did with ISIS. Basically, when he came into the office, He got ISIS. He got rid of ISIS real quick. And when Obama was in charge, they just ran rapid all over the place. If you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they freaking bombed an Ariana Grande concert, killed a whole bunch of people.
Oh yeah, Manchester.
That's the only thing that that I took notice to. The horrible things and posting stuff on YouTube. So I like how fast and he got rid of ISIS.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a plus. Our economy was great.
Got that right.
That's first and foremost, and not paying for gas at $4.59 a gallon.
You got that right. I paid $2 for last 2 years ago on 4th of July. No, it's 2017.
I got gas today. It was $60-something.
Let's go, Brandon.
I always wait for my gas light to come on before I get gas. I don't know why. It's just an ADHD thing I got going on. Biden, I always think of the people, right? And I'm a very positive person, and Trump, who just sounded negative all the time. Not to say that
he wasn't negative.
no, I'm not saying what he's saying is negative. I'm just saying the way he says it makes it sound very negative. And I feel I feel like you shouldn't give in to how society is, but if you want people to like you and not get rid of you after 4 years, you should be a lot nicer. You should sound more kind.
He was nice.
And not just say people by the hoo-has.
That was 15 years ago, conversation amongst men.
And not call their daughter that he do the whoopee with his daughter and saying how beautiful she is.
That has nothing to do with the presidency.
It doesn't, but it gets him a bad look, doesn't it? That's just what I hear. What I see.
That was 20 years ago too. He wasn't president back then.
But you'd have to admit that it is weird, right? Like if let's say I'm not even gonna use. Let's say we know someone and their mother was they have a daughter around our age.
No, his quote. This was
and
his quote.
Father says, "Yeah."
No, this was his quote. Perhaps if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her.
That's not messed up to you
whatsoever.
Because
I don't think the people look too deep into it. He was just saying, Ivanka is maybe 30-something at the time. She's
That's
a beautiful woman.
weird.
I'd be dating her. That's what he didn't say in a creepy way.
But it's creepy. Not to you.
No, I didn't look at it that way.
Well, because you're not a woman. I feel like women. I feel like all women on Twitter were fucking sorry. Shh, bleep that out. We're outraged by that.
I don't think.
We're
so.
men. What opinion do we have of women?
Quite a few.
Well, when it comes to actual shit, I feel like that is weird.
I don't think so.
I feel like I would be so uncomfortable at that point.
That's like saying, "Hey, if she was single, if she wasn't taken, I'd be dating her."
That's platonic, non-related. You guys are related, and he's saying that. I would say that as a joke in front of another girl and say that, but I wouldn't say that as if I was a father and I said that about my 20-some-year-old daughter.
Nothing to do with the presidency.
No, but it makes him look bad, no?
No.
Yes! You can't tell me that doesn't make him look bad.
I don't think so. Nothing to do with the presidency.
Well, it should prevent you from... If you're in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
And you got 66 massages within the span of 17 weeks. Not talking about anyone specifically, of course. Obviously talking about someone specifically, of course. And that's outside. Well, that's different because more shit came out. You heard it.
Yeah,
we were talking about that.
I saw the report. All right, so hold on. Let's go back to this then. So you're telling me, let's say I do run for president in 2040. Let's say everything works out and I have the money. I say, you know what? I'm going to run.
Okay.
I was town council for many years, and I decided to run for president.
Okay.
You really think someone's going to pull up Oh my God, it's Malibu. We can't vote for him. He loves his Malibu.
Well, that's alcohol.
But it's still something someone could complain about.
Well, in that case, I feel like that would be a dumb thing to think about. Like, if someone were to think like that, I would think you're dumb. That's where my open-mindedness comes out, because there's a lot of things that I could agree with you here, and there's a lot of things there's not. It depends on the situation. It always depends on the situation.
I guess, but I don't look at it that way.
I guess that's where we
let's
differ.
Let's hear one thing you like about Biden. Just one thing.
I like how much entertainment he provides for my television screen.
I was gonna say that.
Like
These
I don't
quotes, all
don't
this-
bash on politics that much, but like there's just so many things that he said. I don't even have to hear him say it. I just see memes that come out on Twitter because of it.
Thank you, Joe.
And sometimes I do hear these things and I'm like, Jesus. Like I've heard Joe Rogan say that he's got something going on. And I agree, there has to be something going on.
Yeah, there has to be.
Slurring of words sometimes, forgetting where the hell he is sometimes.
Yeah, he's in Nevada. He says, I'm in Phoenix.
Close, but still, you should know where the
he
hell
should.
you're at.
Again, if you're listening, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Strava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. A bet like Michael Lepore. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll get back for some final thoughts. The Doug Strava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. A bet like Michael Lepore. And this Friday is a Fun Fact Friday on Monroe Falcons hockey alumni. So we are going to show you a video, if you're watching, and you can listen to it now on the podcast application, a Fun Fact Friday of former Monroe Falcons hockey assistant coach Tom Donovan.
The ranch, the buffalo.
It all works together very nicely.
They scored more goals than we did. We were a little shorthanded tonight. We had 2 lines, 2 sets of D, and I think that just kind of wore us down. Thanks.
No problem.
All right, we are back on the Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. What a great episode it's been with Kyle and myself. We discussed so many things. Kyle, this is truly a great episode. Any final thoughts from you tonight?
I said this to you during commercial break. I think this is one of our better ones.
For sure.
I had a lot of fun, like always.
Yeah, I thought this was a great episode.
And if I didn't endorse Las Vegas enough, please, if you have the money and you have the time, please go to Las Vegas. You will not, be disappointed. It's a really good time.
For sure. Not as fun as Malibu.
Okay, that's going to be a thing now, I bet.
I think so.
So
I think this is truly a great episode, Kyle. This was a blast. And my final thoughts for this episode is to make a difference in someone's life. It could really grow their self-esteem, their self-confidence in no matter what they do. Whether it's podcasting, whether they're working in a warehouse, they're working in a restaurant, they're an athlete. You know, I mentioned it earlier where, you know, at my job, you know, because I drive the pallet jack. And one of my supervisors came up to me and he was like, you know what? I know you're comfortable on the pallet jack, but you know, drive more equipment learn this, learn that. It should be a goal of yours to, be a supervisor here. It should be your goal. And I think we have to have that type of mindset to people around us. Like, if you are a coach, you should tell someone it should be your goal to make the minors or make the majors. It should be your goal to be a professional athlete. Because I think that's how we help mental health too. Rather than if someone strikes out 3 times or they can't score a goal, they're going to have that mindset, Kyle, that they're not good enough or they suck or they're worthless. And I think we could truly change that world. Like, not to always brag about myself or talk about myself, even though I love myself, Kyle. I do.
I wouldn't say you're conceited. You just invest a lot of yourself because you bet on yourself because you know you can do it. That's confidence.
Yeah. And when you have people tell you at work all the time, great job. I mean, as a dishwasher, people kept saying I was lazy, I didn't want to work. Like, enough with that nonsense. I know who I am, I know what I can do, and I know what I can accomplish. But you could tell how my self-esteem and my self-confidence has grown over the last year, especially when you have people tell you, good job today, keep working hard, apply for this, apply for that. It can truly make a difference in someone's life. And I know my manager is probably listening to us right now, so I just want to say thank you for being a difference in my life. The best is yet to come for myself, whether it's at the job or the podcasts, those involved with Sarava Broadcasting. The best is yet to come.
And I don't work at Costco, but I bet all you were doing a fabulous job. So good job, boys and girls.
Good job, boys and girls. And Kyle, you work at Scortino's, so I believe everyone else is doing a great job.
Hey, I'm a server now for 3 days on the weekend. Come see me, Scortino's.
How is it serving?
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better than busing. Now I see why Ash did it and didn't want to come back to it. You know who's trying to serve now?
Who?
Greg.
Yeah?
Yeah. He can do it. He's got the personality.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Sarava Show. I hope this episode changes lives, inspires others, and brings a difference to all those who need the difference in their lives. Kyle, you were supposed to conclude with that and say something.
Oh. Celtics suck. Let's go Warriors.
Oh, come on. We're not rooting for the Warriors. You done or?
Yes, we are.
All right. That was Kyle's final thoughts again.
Let's go Warriors!
The Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. If you're watching this on YouTube, here is the Michael Lepore tribute video.
Screw you, Ime Udoka.
Who? Oh, they're the Celtics coach. I was wondering who you were talking about. All right, the Doug Sarava Show, brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. The Michael Lepore tribute video up next. I just got to read this first. Thank you for supporting the Doug Sarava Show, Sarava Broadcasting, and all those involved with Sarava Broadcasting. We appreciate you guys. So what is this, Mikey?
Can you see it? Put it up to...
Lift it up by the camera.
Can everybody see it?
Wait, move it back. Oh, number 38, Lepore. That's you.
I was in the locker room with that in the room with 3 Hall of Fames.
No, that's customized. That's all.
Oh, I know. And listen. All right, I'm going to give people... No, that's for the pen.
Oh, yeah, that's for the pen.
No, I got to be more for the... The Rays are
16-1.
16-1. That's not bad.
Mike, what do you think about your Chargers this past season?
They stay. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Mike.
So what do you think of the city today?
It's nice, but a little bit nicer if the weather was nice. No, I like that fact that it only cost me 16 to 12 hours. 12 bucks.
This is great. Now you're gonna make us some food.
No.
Yeah, there's stuff in your fridge. Should have brought the pie. Next time I'll go. I'll get it. Yeah, this is a great show. But yeah, you do have some leftovers in your fridge. I think it's time for dinner for you and I. Some in the fridge. Should we get the camera? All right, Mike. Any final thoughts for the audience? Myself.
It's been very entertaining. Hopefully, my picks come through and people can make a little money, stuff like that. Have a one. Enjoy your football season. And go bolt up, everybody.
There he is, everyone. That was Michael Lepore, otherwise known as the Bolt. No more Stutz. The Bolt. That's his name. What a show, Mike. Thank you for coming on.
Don't listen to these picks. You lose all your money. Trust me. Jaguars. If they win the division, I'll stop watching football.
I just want to try on this jersey you got me. You know, what can I say? I'm a Giant fan, but...
Bolt up? Bolt up?
Hold up. Man of many nicknames. We got... Alright, you don't want to be called Stutz. What about produce? I know produce. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. I love you, Mikey.
There you go. He's officially a Charger fan.
No.
If the Chargers win, I get lifetime pizza in his pizzeria. The Chargers won, so I love his pie. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody.